You still have to use SPAD for your panels to work. These work without SPAD. They work with the Logitech driver, but like I say, it's hit and miss. It does seem very in depth, and it's mostly volunteers. Oh yeah, absolutely. Surely though, they can give you a load of material to just crack on with. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, you're gonna have to wait 6 months, but in that 6 months, there's got to be a lot of things that you can do. Let's see. Flight conditions. Don't think they'll like that down at Geneva, but whatever. Finn Grange, how you doing? Blue Army, I'm all right, mate. How are you? You're in the UK division. There's an online learning center. Get your head in it then. Because, like, okay, you got to wait 6 months, but by the time that 6 months is up, you want to be knowing everything that you can know and just get in there. And then your time to actually do things is going to be shorter. Right, let's connect to VATSIM and see if somebody's already got this spot. How are we doing? Oh, there we go. Looks like we got lucky. Cool. Nobody here. Yeah, I'm on VATSIM. NL Hans, thank you for 22 months. Nandes, thank you for 49. What was that? I didn't click that. What did I just... I don't know what I just clicked, but something weird just came up then. Let's go to PCA. Chris Quay, thank you, 22. T-Vale, 73, thank you. Airbus. It's the A320. Lovely weather down at Geneva. Not so lovely over at Gatwick, which is where we're going to go today. It's a very nice skyline. A little bit troubled, but, you know, nothing like what Gatwick's got. You went out last night, Blue Army. Where did you go? Yeah, but to be fair, Captain Flynn, what's the classical response to that one from technical support? Well, could you try turning it off and on again? Anonymous name, 35 months. You're welcome, thank you. Go for it, Blue Army. Something's beeping. Do you know, I've noticed this when you do the panel state load into PCA, you often get a smoke detector fault, which you basically fix by recycling the smoke detector. See that? Weird, huh? Somebody's barreling down the runway. Quite busy here. Good morning, Pollock. How you doing? I'm gonna be very careful when I say your name. Oh, dude. Q8 Pilot, how are you doing? You're so generous. Thank you for gifting 10 subs. Guys, if you're not watching this man on YouTube or Twitch, go and give him a follow. He's a lovely guy. I've not spoken to him for what seems like an eternity. And crikey, when did we last meet in London? Dear God. That was years ago. That's crazy. Thank you for gifting 10 subs, sir. You're very kind. 2015, apparently. 2015. Oh, man, how does that work? Are you well? That's the main thing. Are you keeping well? Lee Bennett, thank you for a year. A year of great content. Thank you, sir. Followed. Well done, Blue Army. Yeah, he's on YouTube as well. He does a lot of flights and videos on YouTube, don't you? That was an easy pulling in there. EasyJet livery rocks. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of the Be Quiet logo. It's that same kind of orange. Jones, thank you for gifting us sub to Q8 Pilot. Welcome, sir. Thank you, Jones. Let's bring up my browser. Where's my browser gone? Where are you? There you are. Let's bring up ye old browser here. Let's see if we can punch a flight together. What time are we on? 10, 11, 14. Time we finish faffing around. Departing, I don't know, 40 maybe. Yeah, well, great to watch you here. We should meet up when I'm next in the UK. Dude, absolutely. Let me know when you're next in the UK. Yeah. It's been a long time. I still owe you lunch, remember? Because you bought the last one. I suspect mine will be twice the price now. Compared to 2015 prices. Let's stick with the 264. 1 hour 45. I think we're departing out of 22 here, yeah, on 40. I was kind of hoping we wouldn't, but yeah, that's the wins for you. Gatwick, I think, is 08 right at the moment. Zero 03, 06 knots, yeah, it's going to be 06 right, definitely. So, yeah, we'll plan for that. Ashley, thank you for 5 months. Let's see what it comes up with. Generates. Excuse me. 380, blimey. Blimey. I was going to check. Six Alpha Kunov 1 Golf is the planned. Okay, let's do that. Go down here and file that with that sim. Yeah, just like quickly just go around the lake and head out there. We're just having a quick look around before we leave. Is that okay? Okay, where's my Volanta gone? There it is. Let's get that. All right, let's get some frequencies going here. Right, ATIS 135.575. 135.
Data link clearance available from LSGG. Runway condition wet.
GG.
Transition level 80. Wind variable 3 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Thunderstorms in the vicinity. Clouds. Few at 6,000 feet. Scattered at cumulonimbus 9,500 feet.
Ooh.
Temperature 2.14. QNH 1017. Nozig. Geneva Information Romeo.
Interesting. Yeah, GG. Ground is on 121. Decimal 850. There is no clearance delivery, so I assume we're going to get it from ground. 250. Towers.
Transavia 2605 ready to taxi.
Transavia 2605, taxi to holding point runway 22 via inner link 5 and Alpha, and please set squawk 6740.
Let's have a look at the ground charts here. Mr. Impis, thank you for 76 months, sir. Someone's doing something right. Thank you. Ashley, thanks for 5 months.
Transavia 2605, taxi to holding point runway 22 via link 5 and Alpha.
Link 5. I need to find where link 5 is because they seem to be saying that a lot. Let's get that loaded. Q8, if you're still here, what do you think about the Phoenix? What's your thoughts?
Easy 1438, contact tower on 118.7. Have a nice flight. Bye-bye.
Easy 1438, contacting tower on 118.7. Thank you, goodbye.
Airport. So we're at stand 10, link, oh right, there's link 5, okay, so we're probably link 3. So I imagine he's going to ask us to push back facing northeast, then link 3, and then, is that Alpha? Like it. Phoenix is slick, one of the best add-ons to Microsoft Flight Sim. Funnily enough, I got the PMDG, right? I got the PMDG on the Monday, I think it was. Got it all installed on the Monday. Spent a lot, like all day Tuesday spent with it, flying it around, like da-da-da-da. Then next thing, Amir gives me a key to the Phoenix. So Wednesday, I flicked from the 737 to the Phoenix.
2605, contact tower on 118.7.
Had to remap all my controls, switch my head from Boeing to Airbus.
Contact tower on 118.7.
And then on the Friday, I was flying around in the Airbus. So I never really got time to bottom out the PMDG. But I did notice in the documentation that there was quite a few typos and, well, not a lot of documentation as well, if I'm honest, compared to previous PMDG efforts. The documentation looked a bit rushed. So I wonder if they kind of got it out the door.
Taxi to holding point runway 22 via
I wonder if PMDG rushed it out the door because they knew the Phoenix was on the prowl.
Holding point runway 22 via Alpha and Alpha.
Right. Departure. We are looking for Pier 6 Alpha, which is this one. Squirrel, are you Boeing or Airbus? What does that mean exactly? Yeah, no, the EFB is lovely. The EFB alone just makes it so much nicer to fly. Forget everything else. The EFB is just, oh, this is a breath of fresh air. Yeah, it's great. It just pulls together what you need. It's lovely. Blimey, that's a departure. Straight out, but not before 8 DME. So, 8 DME, as soon as you pass 7,000, you literally just punch it to the right and climb. Interesting. It's like Pepsi Coke, you have to be one or the other. Exactly. EFB makes it impossible for you to fly the PMDG. No, Alex, come on. I mean, you can get an add-on EFB, not inside the cockpit, but transition altitude 70, that's fine. 7,000 feet, 22. Climb on R244 when passing 7,000, but not before 8. Turn right, intercept pass. Okay. Right, looks fairly straightforward for that one. We should call them up and get our clearance. tend to use EFB on your iPad. What, as in the Phoenix one? .264, that's correct. What did it generate for me? Cost index of 5, blimey. And the cruise was filed at 380. Finish one for your browser. The only thing I don't like about it is like the fact that it's in the browser. I genuinely wish they had a dedicated app for it, but I don't think they'll do it. So that's what we're expecting, but we'll see what he gives us. What server? Your UK server, possibly? I can't remember, hang on. Yeah, VATSIM server UK. I'm over at stand 10, I think. Let's just double check we got right frequency. 12185. Yep. Geneva ground, EZ264, A320 at stand 10 with information Romeo, IFR Gatwick.
EZ264, Geneva Airport, information Romeo is correct. Runway 22 cleared to Gatwick via DD per 6 Alpha departure. Initial climb flight level 90, squawk 6731.
Runway 22, DP 6 Alpha departure, initial climb 90 and squawk 6731, EZ264.
EZ264, readback is correct.
Okay, that's that done. Runway 22, DP 6 Alpha.
Ligurian 77 Sierra, contact tower on 118.7. Have a nice flight. Bye bye.
That's what we expected.
118.7, Ligurian 77 Sierra. Thank you. Bye bye.
That looks about right. And we'll get up there and we'll start figuring everything else out. 1017, that's correct. Now, it said that the runway was wet on ATIS, didn't it? So we need to have a look at the departure. Flaps 1. Packs will be on. We can sync our final load sheet, get the weather. Actually, before we do that, let's put the weight and balance in. 52.1, 30.5. If you use that, most very people will be mad at you. 1935, 35. Down 0.1, 66 on the temperature. Okay. So I'm expecting a pushback facing that way, which is northeast, I think. Then I'm expecting link 3, I think it was. Let's get that chart up. Yeah, link 3. Probably take us down to Alpha somewhere. Holding point Alpha, maybe. Goes to the right one. Yeah, I mean, you can just go to different runways that have no control, and then you don't have to talk to anybody but Unicom. There is that you can do. Standby 6731. I'll put that on auto. Leave that on standby for now. 6731 is in. Road trim set. Okay. I think we're ready to start rocking and rolling here. Yeah, I just put it in D-Storm. We've got that in now. I think I would have got shouted at before it got to the end of the runway. Parking brake, shocks, so we need to remove all the stuff. Before we do that, we need to start the APU. 52 months, Stolbart. Thank you very much. Yeah, what Matty said. A good thing to do is to just spawn in somewhere. Spawn into, like, Gatwick or something, and then just tune into radio or tower and just sit and listen. Or actually, clearance delivery is a good one to listen to initially. Listen to clearance delivery, and then listen to Gatwick, and then ground, and then tower. And maybe just try and follow a plane, just to listen to what they say. New badge hype? Hey, Kevin, problems importing your flight plan from SimBrief into the Flyby A320 Neo. Is that a problem because the nav data is updated? Have you got the Navigraph subscription or not? Have you updated the Phoenix's nav data as well as what's on SimBrief via Navigraph? Like, how are you doing it? Okay. Available. We'll disconnect from ground power. Get that on. You don't have a subscription, right? So you probably need to update your nav data on the Phoenix. I use observer mode so they can't see me when I was listening in. Stealth. I like it. Stealth. Okay, we should be ready for pushback and start now. There's a tick box on vPilot when you click connect. There's a tick box at the bottom, connect as observer mode. We'll do it. Panel displays, nav lights, panel landing gear, flaps, tracted. Everything's where it should be. Seatbelt signs, no smoking signs, all done. Transponder is set on standby. Beacon will go on as soon as you get permission. Easy 264, request push start.
Easy 264, push and start approved. Facing northeast, QNH 1017.
Pushback northeast 1017, easy 264. Right, as expected again. So we'll get pushed back. Release the parking brake, that would definitely help. And we'll start the timer here. Man, can you turn a bit sharper than that? Flipping heck. That's a terrible angle. hate having to do this manually. How are you supposed to watch the engine page when you're doing this? That'll do. Wow, he just disconnected. Look at that weather over there. Literally got a checklist in front of me and don't put the pumps on. You didn't pay him for the full push behind it. Do you remember the one the other day? He just like disconnected when he pushed me out 2 meters and went, "Nah, I've had enough of that." Okay, looks like we've got 2 good starts there. It's appropriate. Indicator radius and avionics set for departure 9000.
Appen 1596, Geneva Appen hello, welcome to Geneva, taxi to gate 4 via outer and link 2.
Trim set for takeoff.
Gate 4 via outer and link 2, Appen 1596.
Taxi lights, come on. Did I start? I didn't start my truck IR yet. Hang on. Oh, tell me my truck IR's. There we go. But my truck IR wasn't playing ball then. Easy 264, request taxi.
Easy 264, taxi to holding point, runway 22 via inner, link 5 and alpha.
Just repeat the first bit. I heard link 5 and alpha. What was before Easy 264?
It's inner, the taxiway you are currently, and then left on link 5, right to alpha.
Left on link 5, right to alpha, Easy 264. Inner. He called it inner. That was the bit I didn't understand. Right. Oh yeah, inner taxiway, link 5 to alpha. Okay. Gotcha. So that stays there. Oh, EasyJet landed. Yeah, this is link 5. Or was this link 3? Maybe I just...
Easy 264, this was link 3, so take the next right onto outer and then straight ahead alpha to holding point runway 22.
Apologies, I just realised I turned on to link 4, Easy 264. We'll continue to alpha.
No worries, there's no traffic around you.
Luckily. My brain set the expectation and then didn't line up the instruction properly, and I just went what I was expecting. That's what just happened.
Asiana 1123, Geneva Apron, hello, radio 5.
Because if that EasyJet had have come off there earlier, I would have been in trouble. I got lucky then. Alright, takeoff config. Flap MCDU disagree. Okay, let's try and retract some of the flaps. 1 plus F. Normal. Weird. He tends to be more chill. I mean, you know, we're not professional pilots.
Is it 105, the check.
There's a difference between making a mistake and genuinely being stupid.
Radio 5.
Taxi to gate.
Easy 105, taxi to gate 1 via link 1 and inner.
Other taxi to gate by pilot discretion.
I've heard controllers make mistakes. I mean, what are you going to do? Shout at them as well?
It's link 1 and inner to gate 1.
See, I'm not the only one having problems with this. The holding point alpha's right at the end. It's a difficult balance. Like, you don't want to put people off flying
Easy
online.
264, contact tower on 118.7. Have a nice flight. Bye-bye.
118.7. Thanks for your help, Easy 264.
Thanks for flying.
118.7. There we go. After that, I don't know who we've got. I don't think we have a centre after that.
Lufthansa 9 Tango Golf, contact apron 121.85 and have a good day, bye-bye. 121.85, you too, bye.
Listen, if you fly in JFK and you've not done your homework, then you
Sky Travel
get what's coming.
Wind 210 degrees, 12 knots, runway 22 clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 22, Sky Travel 033.
Geneva Tower, Easy 264, taxiing holding point Alpha.
Easy 264, Geneva Tower, hello, continue and hold short on runway 22.
Hold short, runway 22, Easy 264. Look at that weather over there. That is some severe rain coming in. Explaining a few words of VATSIM is. Online ATC.
Sky Travel 033, after landing, please vacate into Delta or later.
Run by volunteers. So people who like
We'll
flying.
vacate over Delta or later Sky Travel 033.
That rain's coming in. Look at this. People who like flying online and people who like controlling online get together and practice their own skills. Yeah, they're all real people. Absolutely. Oh, weather snap. Honestly, they need to not do that. It used to do that in X-Plane. I hate that with a passion. There's nothing more immersion ruining than a weather snap. Like, at least transition it. Interesting livery.
Easy 264, runway 22, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 22, Easy 264. Right, all the lights are going on. Start the flight chrono. X-Plane 11 still does that, X-Plane 12 will fix it. They need to fix it, Microsoft Flight Sim.
Matthias from Claudio. Sky Travel 033, contact statement 121.85, bye-bye.
Toronto 1.85, Sky Travel 033.
Easy 264, wind 210 degrees, 12 knots, runway 22, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, easy 264. Looks like approach has come online. Thruster set. There's 100 knots. There's V1. Here's coming up. One power set.
Easy 264, monitor Unicom 122.8, and have a good day, bye-bye.
Over to Unicom 122.8. Thanks for your help, easy 264. I thought approach had come online. To 2.8. I thought approach had just come online. Literally just punched in approach and then got told to contact Unicom. 131325. That's annoying. Oh, 131325. There we go. Gatwick, Geneva departure, easy 264, climbing through flight level 80 for 90.
Bonjour, easy 264, identify, climb to flight level 150.
Flight level 150, easy 264.
Alpine 1358, squawk 6730.
Squawk 6730, Alpine 1358.
No, Geneva approach is online. Geneva centre's not. Didn't get much chance of a wing view then. It all got very busy. Yeah, the guy put me on Unicom, but I'd already seen approach departure had come online, so I punched that in, and then he told me to go Unicom.
Approach, hello, Comlux 9 Alpha Yankee, overhead, 0, 40 LS22.
Comlux 9 Alpha Yankee, bonjour, identify, descend to flight level 100, expect LS22.
and flight level 100, expect us to and we have information 0, Luxan Alpha Yankee.
Geneva approach is a lot nicer than Geneva departure, but it's still nice. The sim does look beautiful, there's no doubt about that. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. Valencia, thank you for 39 months. PB Smoothie, thank you for 14.
E264 operator, Sheriff Sam, Unicom 22.8, goodbye.
Unicom 122.8, easy 264.
Comme Luxman Alpha Yankee, descend to flight level 8.
Right, well, he could have given us a climb altitude while he was at it, but he didn't. Yeah, looks like London Control has come online, and down at Gatwick we've got pretty much a full stack. Actually, we don't have an approach controller, they have a tower and a ground. So I guess then Control's going to be stupidly busy. 129 and 425. Would be my expected next frequency. That's London Control, we'll see. Approach is on at Gatwick. In that case, my VATS buys, let me refresh VATS buy. Still not showing it. It's showing ground, delivery, tower and ATIS. But yeah, I can see on Volanta that approach is online. Blue circle on VATSPY, however, over where it says EGKK. Oh yeah, I see. It doesn't show the icon, does it? Shows the circle, I get it. Some people are complaining about the Phoenix being a stuttering mess. Any comments? My only comment to that, I think, would be don't use that, what's it called? Pushback toolbar is known to cause some issues with Phoenix and some other planes. So assuming you don't have that installed, if you have that, deinstall it. Don't use it with this. But I've not had any stuttering with it. If you get onto VATSIM and there's a lot of planes, the sim itself starts to struggle a little bit sometimes. But that's not a Phoenix thing. But I mean, you can see I'm literally not having any issues. No, I didn't do that. You see, Fremi, when I run out on CPU, it didn't perform as well for me until I switched to run out on GPU. When I ran out on GPU, it was fine. But I mean, obviously the variables here are what graphics card have you got, and what CPU have you got, and how much load are you putting on each one. Like if your CPU is already struggling and then you render the Phoenix on CPU, you're probably going to see stuttering. So try it on the graphics card. But if your graphics card's getting hammered, try running it on your CPU. Like go to where the load isn't. Try that. You do have to play with it because your system is unique to you, right? Surprised I didn't get shouted at for that. Did you get to see Airbus pack when flying at the Airbus? I literally don't know how. Like, there's no point for me. Like, I'd have to remove this and fit my throttle there, right? And then where do I put my stick? Because I need to get in and out of the rig here. So for me personally, this works. And the throttle pack from TCA throttle pack just wouldn't fit in this rig, really. Let's see what's going on at Gatwick. Runway in use 08 right, transition level 70. Surface wind 350 at 6 knots. Okay, it's going to be a light crosswind from the left. Broken at 400 feet. No. Broken at 400 feet, temperature +13, dew point +12. Oof. QNH 1015. Yikes. I hope they've got an ILS going in. Right, QNAV 1 Golf is what we're expecting. That's what we've filed. QNAV 1 Golf arrival. ILS DME 08 right. That's what we're going to go for. Yikes, that was loud. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Frag TD. Welcome, guys. Please give them a thank you if you got a sub. Yeah, we're going to shoot the ILS in that weather, blimey. Absolutely. It's not fun weather at all. So we go into the Mayfield VOR, and then you're outbound. What's that, 18 DME? Tracking towards Midhurst VOR. So we can put Mayfield and Midhurst in. It may already pull the frequencies. So about loud noise. That's not your fault. I need to adjust the volume. probably that one. There we go. I've dialed it back a little bit. So we'll plan on that, and then ground charts will bring in parking stands. We'll have. I think the north terminal, so somewhere around here, is what I would expect to end up. It's an EasyJet flight, but we'll see. It's not good. Right. I suppose if you come off at Charlie Romeo there, Charlie 3, right at the end of 08 left. There are 2 plates on the ILS. Then go Charlie, and then still time the weather might improve. Well, we'll see. It's not great over the UK right now. I'm kind of thinking get off at Charlie Romeo is what I'm thinking. So go to the end of 08 left and get off here to here. And then, I don't know what, he might take us straight to here, but I don't know how he'll direct us. He might take us via Papa or Quebec. I'm not really sure what circuit they use. Some of these plates have like taxiway arrows and they show you the general routing, but this one doesn't. You're not A380 running to stick to the green taxiway. I know I'm not an A380, but I like that this plate is, if you look at this plate compared to like this one, it's just a little bit easy to read because the colouring. The one I had the other day showed you like arrows on it at Barcelona, I think it was, which I found quite handy. Juliet, Papa, maybe. How's the weather? Not good. We could make this one as well. .3,000 feet intercept. Plan for ILS, play the winds improve, yeah. I think we've done all we can though. No, they're built into this aircraft. But the charts come from Navigraph. So I think we'll punch in that approach, and then if we have to correct it, we have to correct it. There's timber, as expected. Decision height is close to the cloud ceiling. It's going to be a fun landing, right? Even on ILS. Ninja Cat, thank you for almost 3 years. was the decision height. Oof. Actually, 200 above is fine. I think it was broken at 400. That's only that's the barrow, that's the radio. So that's the actual height above ground. So I think we're fine. We should come out of the clouds at 400 broken, and then decision heights down to 200. We'll be okay. Basically the clouds are 400 above ground surface. That's as or above. No, so the decision. Hang on. Where's that shark gone? When you look at this, you see it says DAH. That's the decision altitude. That's the decision height. So that's basically what you put into your barrow. So that's dependent on the QNH. So if you tell it the QNH is 1015, it calculates 396 based on that QNH, because that's like a sea level thing. Yeah, but the height is height above ground, which you can use if you have radio altimeters, which we do on an A320, because this is basically radar in the ground and saying how high am I. So you can put that one into your radio, and you can put that one into the barrow when you do the approach phase here. So you put the altitude into that one, and if you got, because we've got radio, you can put 200 into that one, which is the actual height above ground. That's why it says H. The cloud layer is above ground, so 400 above ground broken, we should see the airfield fine. But look at the cloud in front of us. You only need to put one in. There's a lot of fluffies going on right now. Supercast, thank you for a year, by the way. Happy anniversary. Wow, Mrs. Squirrel ninja'd me a cup of tea. I think I was busy doing something. As if she's put a plate of biscuits out of reach. Hang on. Totally worth it. She made me work for that one. Oh, I got a custard cream here. ATC biscuits. I'll tell you what. I'll be nice and let him out the seat. Is that yesterday's biscuit? Oh man, I still can't work out.
Cup of tea?
Absolutely, D-Storm. I still can't work out how that guy had a call sign of biscuit. How does that work? No worries, long boy.
Want some cake?
Thank you, D-Storm. I need to get her to say, do you want a biscuit? I need to get that as a soundbite, don't I? You couldn't find a current or historical call sign biscuit. I don't know how they got that. Is it a military thing? Maybe they had a military code and call themselves Biscuit. Maybe they get away with it that way. Henka, have a good one. Permission to lurk, go for it. Wasn't it just Biscuit with no number? Yeah, it was. He just called him Biscuit. He didn't even give him a number. Which makes me think it was the military thing. This cloud is getting thicker and thicker as we go north. There's some serious weather over Europe right now. That's coming tonight to northern Germany for the whole next week. Yeah, the weather forecast is not great right now. Weather on Valenta doesn't look that bad. No idea where it gets the data from. One sec. Current ATIS down at EGKK. Information time 1:10:50. So that's about 25 minutes ago. Visibility 9 kilometers, broken at 400 feet. And there's a 2-degree difference between the temperature and the dew point. And 1015, so it's pretty bad. Yeah, look, broken at 400 feet. But it's not raining, it's just cloudy at the moment. Low-level cloud, but not raining. Phil, how you doing, mate? 91 months. Watch out, there's a gremlin on the other wing. Wait, what? How you doing, Phil? Have you ever flown a plane in very bad weather where there's almost no visibility? Do you mean in a sim or IRL? I'm not allowed to in a sim. In IRL, I'm not allowed to because I don't have an instrument rating. In a sim, yes. That's what you can practice in a sim. Where's that spy? That spy's clunky. Not currently, D-Storm. I'm in two minds whether to do it or not, if I'm honest with you. I might I might get my restricted instrument rating. That's only 15 hours of training. Which is UK only. But that would allow me to fly in, you know, dodgy conditions in the UK if need be. It's more a get out of jail card, really. But a full instrument rating is like 45 hours training. So you think 45 hours times whatever your hourly rate is in your plane, plus whatever your instructor's rate, like hourly rate is. Like, it's a significant amount of money. And then you think, well, what am I going to use it for? Ethan, thank you for 28 months. But the restricted instrument rating would allow me to go VFR or fly in marginal conditions. You can't fly Class A airspace, and you can only do it in the UK. But it's still a very useful thing. Because, you know, you can get caught out by the weather despite forecasts. Forecasts, as we know, can be wrong. So you take off, and then the cloud just becomes lower than you thought, and you suddenly find yourself in marginal conditions, and if you don't have any kind of an instrument rating, you can find yourself in a bit of a pickle. Well, that's why I'm thinking of doing it at some point, but not this year. Maybe next year. A lot of it depends how many hours I fly in this new plane. I've got my medical on Wednesday, and then I need to book an instructor, go flying, and see, you know, I've got to do a bunch of hours between now and November, I think, is my SEP rating expires. It's a 2-year rating. But if you do so many hours in the year before it expires, you can just go for a very simple revalidation. What would you do if the situation, the weather changes? Turn back. You'd literally turn around. If you was flying along and the weather was in front of you started to deteriorate, you'd literally do a 180 and go back. And if the weather behind you's closed as well, go and find an alternative. That's the only thing you can do. Wait, when's our stop of descent coming up? 11:25. About 8 minutes. Flight level 160 AMDUT. So we'll punch that in, and then as soon as we get speaking to the centre, we'll see what he says. How many hours do you need to do for what? The restricted rating is 15 hours flying in instrument conditions plus an exam or two, I think. There's a couple of written exams and a practical exam, if I remember. But the full rating's like 45 hours. Oh, for revalidation, I think it's 10 or 12. If you've flown, I think it's 10 hours or 12 hours maybe. I need to check on the CA website, but it has to be in the preceding 12 months, which has been difficult with like lockdown and stuff. So yeah, I've got to go flying this summer. I mean, the worst case scenario is you basically do like a full revalidation exam, but revalidating by experience is a lot simpler. Top of the screen, nifty. Right, let's get some frequencies ready, shall we? I guess we're going to have to speak to London Control first, and that will be on 129.425, which we already have 129.425 in. Probably have to speak to him soon, and then we'll be in on approach. Which is 126.825. Then we've got tower 124.225. Ground is 121.8. That should do us. Dom Taylor, thank you for 13 months. Tell you what, now would be a good time for a bio break, just before we start descending and talking to people. So I shall BRB. Dom, thanks for 13 months, mate. There's some twisty, windy route. What's all this about? Yeah, but, I mean, when you design the airways, why did they design it like this? Like, what's wrong with the straight line? I don't see any hills here. It's all been nice and calm, but it's about to get really, really busy. South of the UK right now, looking at VATSIM coverage, is literally Gatwick. Actually, Gatwick's ground tower 8is approach. We'll see. It's still online at the moment. Nah, not at 32,000 feet. Nah. Get a refresh on the ATIS down there. Still 1015. Three 205 knots. And we said 200 was the radio altimeter. Gatwick's pretty busy, yeah. That's what happens though. People come online, they look at VatSpy, they go, "Oh, Gatwick's got stuff," and then they just all go to Gatwick, and there's just nothing else. No other airfields in the UK. You've got Dublin has got Tower. That's about it. So everybody's going to Gatwick, aren't they? Of course they are. Unfortunately, I can't even see the French coast right now. Trying to work out when to call the London Centre. Heathrow's Tower, does it? My VatSpy is not showing anything. Oh, hang on. No, you're right. It is now. I just refreshed it. Tower and ATIS.